today for the Bitcoin price. And yes, guys, they are lying to you about Bitcoin. Whatever you are hearing right now, whether it's in the news, on YouTube, I don't think that's accurate. And I have actually some shocking evidence and proof as to what is going to happen to Bitcoin right now in the immediate short term. We are going to talk about that shortly. Let's get straight into it without any further ado. I want to ask you, just before we are going straight into the charts, into my price targets, into my multi-million, in fact, a $10 million US trade, I want to show you where is the trade, what am I going to do with it, am I going to take profits or not? I will show it to you live in that video. Before we are doing so, I would like to kindly ask you to smash up the like button. If not for me, then for this little gentleman over there, at least that. And of course, leave your favorite altcoins down below, as yes, it's the last days are basically ticking to take advantage in the altcoin section. And these possibilities, these opportunities, they are going to fade away very slowly. Let's talk about Bitcoin, and here you can see the 4-hourly candles for Bitcoin. Actually, I think it's more appropriate to go over to the daily here. This is not what I want to talk about. This is not really what I want to talk about, but I still want to give you this little overview where we are on the charting, on the TA point of view. This is the daily candles. We are floating around between support and resistance, and most likely we are forming here this beautiful bullish pennant for Bitcoin, which usually serves as a continuation pattern, meaning the likelihood for the break to the upside is at least like 70%, whereas the likelihood for the break to the downside is lower, round about 30%. Statistically speaking, the price target of this break would be, let me actually quickly pull it out here. This is a measured move price target. Of course, if you want to treat it as a bull flag, beautiful, you can do so, but it will give us a price level somewhere towards the moons. Let's start with the more conservative one and then see how reality unfolds, of course. Before I go into the price target, before I go into the shocking evidence and proof suggesting that they are lying to you about Bitcoin, let me also show you my trade. I am having open here right now over on Bitget. Let me go over to the derivatives. Here you can see the Bitcoin trade, still beautiful. 105 Bitcoin in a profit, round about 7.3 million US dollars. And I took like $1.8 million in a profit, but also paid like $900,000 in funding fees already, to be honest. So that's pretty crazy. And the Ethereum trade still 870,000 US dollars in a profit. Overall, we are talking about taken profits plus unrealized profits, 10 million US dollars. This trade stays open, but I want to talk about the next profit taking areas before I go into this freaking crazy chart. Like, seriously, guys, this is insane. Some really compelling evidence and on-chain data here, which I want to talk about. As you can see, the break towards the upside would have a price target of 84,000 US dollars. Did we hear 84,000 US dollars somewhere before? Well, let me go over, just remember this price target, and let me go over to the hourly, to the weekly. I'm actually not sure I'm doing this now spontaneously, but I think there was something. If I'm pulling the fib level from the bottom to the top, the extension level, then you can see, yes, see how I remember. Man, my memory is sometimes horrible, but right now, perfect. It is in perfect alignment with the Fibonacci extension level. So 84,000 it is. 84,000 would be if we break towards the upside, and I think this is more likely to happen somewhere into the halving, after the halving, but yeah, somewhere within the next 2 to 3 weeks, 4 weeks maximum, for the specific price target. If we were to break this pattern, a pennant towards the upside, if we break it towards the downside, of course we have a less likely price target, but still a price target of, let me quickly pull that out here. Boom, 84,000 was really a beautiful one. If we were to break towards the downside, we could see the levels of 54,000 US dollars again. Let me quickly say that again, the less likely price level. Now let's talk about what I'm talking about here in the title. They are lying to you about Bitcoin. And no matter where you go, it seems like the bull market just started, right? Let's be a millionaire. Let's buy Bitcoin and let's sell for $1 million, $2 million US dollars in 2025. Well, I already said it before, some good news, some bad news. The good news is we are in a bull market. Yes, the bad news is it's probably not gonna last as long as you think. And I also said before, I'm bullish on Bitcoin. Maybe I'm not bullish enough on Bitcoin, and that is in regards to the price target. But I think time-wise, it's probably gonna be a little bit shorter than most of us think. Let me quickly go into it here. This is also not the chart I want to talk about, but here you can see we have the bull market top. Someone in my team made this actually for me. Bull market top, bear market bottom. You have the resistance area, which is actually marking the previous bull market top. The moment we are breaking it, we are going into the second and last phase of the parabola. So here you can see, it seems like almost, at least in regards to this chart, almost half of the bull market is already over, right? Well, this bull market actually started in 2023 in the beginning, when we hit the Bitcoin bear market bottom around 11,000 US dollars, when I, not 11, 16,000 US dollars, when I opened my trade at 17,000 US dollars and scaled it all the way up until now. So does that mean we were going to have this bull market all the way until 2025? I think that's very unlikely, because what you can see here is the Bitcoin long short-term holder supply ratio. The black line representing the Bitcoin price, the yellow line representing the long short-term holder supply ratio. And that sounds very complicated. But what this one actually shows us, the black line, the Bitcoin price, I don't have to explain this, the long-term holder, short-term holder supply ratio, it's a ratio of the long-term holders divided by the short-term holders. So when the short-term holders are going to be more present as holders for Bitcoin than the long-term holders, this is when this ratio reverses. So when we have more long-term holders, typically in the beginning of a bull market, somewhere in the bear market, where all the short-term holders are selling, the weekends are being flushed out of the market, we have more smart money than dump money in the market. This is when this ratio is higher. When we are developing in a bull market and we are getting more and more weekends, the smart money selling to the dump money, more short-term holders being present in the bull market than long-term holders, that's when it reverses. And going here into the chart, it gives us a very, very beautiful indication. Whenever this is going lower, you can see it here in 2013-14, this is when long-term holders selling to the short-term holders. Also here in 2017, also here in 2021. Every time in every bear market, a bull market, this slopes towards the downside. And look at this. We have the steepest and sharpest decline ever. Yes, that's partially because of grayscale, but also for the biggest reason, it's because the smart money is selling towards the dump money. Long-term holders are selling to short-term holders. We are having more and more weak hands in the market. And even though this is not indicating at all that this bull market is over right now, it is showing us, well, in the previous two cycles, after a decline like this, the bull market was over. So now how can we use this for our advantage, for our own purpose, and actually say, wow, now this chart is predicting this bull market is over. And this is important, the turning point. This is what we have to keep an eye on. As long as this is going down, 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 perfect, we are still in this bull market, and most likely we are still far away from this Bitcoin bull market high. But the moment, dear ladies and gentlemen, the moment this line turns, you see it here, the turning point is in perfect congruence with the Bitcoin bull market high, the same in 2021. The time we were turning around, this is the time it stops. This is the time we hit the bull market high. So now we are falling like crazy on that ratio. The moment we get the turning point, this is the moment I'm gonna close the trade. This is the moment I'm gonna say, bye-bye guys. This was the bull market. I'm gonna take some profits. I take all my altcoin profits, I put them into Bitcoin. That is the moment, guys. That is what I wanted to let you know. And yes, if you wanna be trading as well, like I am doing it here over on Bitget, I will leave you a Bitget link actually down below. In the pinned comment in the video description, click register deposit and you can take, I think up to 30,000 US dollars in free bonuses. Trade with it, withdraw the profits from it, everything completely for free. However, you need to be an experienced trader. Leave your favorite altcoins down below because I do want to talk about altcoins very soon. I do appreciate you a lot as well. And we are going to see each other very soon at the next one of MMCrypto. And as always, guys, as always, bye. Bye.